All right, guys, now we are going to be given an actual function that is not going to be in parent function form. It's just a function. So for example, f of x is equal to 2x plus 1. I'm going to go ahead and graph that, and that's going to be the original function. That's why we call it f of x. But we're going to then graph g of x, where we're going to take f of x, which is 2x plus 1, and we're going to subtract it by 3. Now, our goal is to graph it and describe the transformations, okay? So just looking at the rule, I can see that g of x is equal to f of x minus 3. I can actually just look at that and know what the rule is from my chart. So they want you to take f of x. In order to get my new graph, g of x, I have to take the original f of x and shift it down 3 units. And I can see that it's located right here. Right? Remember, we do f of x minus k. So now we know in order to get g of x, I have to take that graph and shift it down 3 units. So you would call this a vertical, vertical translation of 3 units down. And how do I know that? Okay, I'm sorry, my handwriting on this is so bad, but you guys can see that. Okay. All right, so you know that it's going to shift down 3 units. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to graph my original equation, and then we can actually visually see that. So I'm going to graph f of x in blue here. So I'm going to start with the y-intercept is at 1, and my slope is up 2 over 1. Okay, or down 2, left 1. Oopsie. Okay, I can't use a line tool, so I'm going to try my best to draw a straight line there. All right, make sure you draw your arrowheads. Now my blue line represents f of x. That's the equation. F of x equals 2x plus 1. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to graph g of x, which is that blue line, and in order for me to get my new graph, I'm going to move everything down 3 units in order to get my g of x. So I'm going to change my color. So if I shift everything down 3 units, it's going to give my new equation. There's another way of doing it is actually doing it algebraically, and I'll show you that as well. But I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm going to take the blue line. So imagine if I took that blue line, I'm going to take that, and I'm going to shift the whole thing down 3 units. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Here's your point. 1, 2, and 3. Shifting everything down 3. All right, I'm just shifting it down 3 units. So now this will be my g of x, because I took the f of x and I moved it down 3 units. All right. Another way you can actually solve for this is substitute the information in. So for me, if I want to get g of x, okay, I'm going to plug in f of x. I know f of x is 2x plus 1, so I'm going to plug in my original 2x plus 1. So 2x plus 1, but it's just to subtract 3, like so. Then I'm going to get my g of x. So my g of x is actually, and this is just another method of doing it to find the equation to graph. So it would be 2x minus 2. Okay, so g of x is equal to 2x minus 2. So if I look at that, I can see here's my y-intercept is negative 2. That matches up. My slope is up 2 over 1. So g of x, another way we can actually write that is by solving it out, and that is 2x minus 2. Okay, so 2 ways that I showed you how to do this is actually literally taking that line and shifting it down 3 units. And you know the rule because you have your chart there.